Alrighty. Hey everyone, welcome again to our weekly Amazon for Beginners Masterclass, and I appreciate you guys for being here tonight. You guys could be anywhere, but you guys chose to be here tonight to listen to me, so I do really appreciate it, and I hope you guys get value from this quick masterclass. And my goal for tonight is just to show you guys the basics of selling on Amazon. I'm not sure where you guys at exactly as far as your business, or if you guys are already started, but I'll show you guys the basics of how to run it. Okay, so. There's many ways of doing Amazon FBA, but this particular strategy that I'm doing is called online arbitrage. So I buy products from online stores like Walmart, Target, Home Depot, Lowe's, and other online retailers, and I resell them on Amazon for a higher cost, right? So very straightforward, buy low, sell high, or arbitrage, right? And I'll show you guys some examples. I pulled up some different products here. And my goal for tonight is to show you guys the data and my reasoning as to why, I picked the products to sell in my store. Okay, and after I do this, we can do like a Q&A, and I can answer your questions about it. So here's some examples of products that I saw on Amazon. So for example, this one is a makeup Sephora. So this product is about $36 from Kohl's.com, and the same product is on Amazon for $66. And then this one is another makeup for $26 from the smaller website called credobeauty.com. And the same product is on Amazon for about $26. Or I'm sorry, $37. I'm sorry. And then this one is a mug from disneystore.com for about $13. And then here there's also a code for 25% off, which I'm going to show you guys later. And the same product is on Amazon for about $27. And the final example is this bag. What is this? Hydration bag for $30 from ALS.com, and the same product is on Amazon for about $62, right? So yeah, so I look for products that are cheaper somewhere else compared to Amazon, right? And from there, I do run the numbers. But first, I usually make sure that the products are matching. So I usually look at the title, description, the color of the products. So Sephora collection, ready to roll Brissa. And this one looks like the same. So ready to roll makeup Brissa. Okay. I look at the photos. So I just make sure that they're the exact same products, which I think they are. Same products. So 10 pieces. So it's right there. Yeah, it looks the same. Yeah, so it's the same. And then from here, I plug in the numbers. So the cost of this product is $36 from his website, Kohl's. So I plug in my cost here on the software that I use called Seller Amp. So under cost price, I plug in the cost of $36 right there. And then the sale price is the sale price on Amazon, which is $66.75. I plug in the numbers, and then from here, I look at the data points. So the main data points that I look at is usually the ROI. I like my ROI to be at least 20%, right? Meaning I want to get 20% ROI on my investment as far as their product. So this one is good because it's giving me a 38% ROI minimum. And the sales per month of the product is another data point that I look at. So I want this product to move, right? So I want products to have a minimum of 20% ROI so I can make my money. And I want the products to move, of course, right? And then from here, I usually look at the competition. So I scroll down on my Seller Amp, and I look at my competition. And then I decide if I want to buy the product, right, based on the sales per month, the ROI, and the competition. Does that make sense, guys?
how did you get to that information? The ROI and all of that? Where did
Oh,
you go to?
so I'm using this software called Seller Amp, and then you got to plug in the numbers. It's a calculator. So I have to plug in my cost, which is $36, right, from this website. And then I have to plug in the Amazon price on here, which is $66.75. And then once I do that, the data points that I like auto populates. ROI, estimated sales per month. And then I look at the data and then I decide if I want to buy it or not. Does that make sense, guys?
I have a question. Couldn't they is it was when you go to Kohl's, it's, I guess it's a wholesaler thing at Kohl's, or can anybody just go to Kohl's and get that?
Yeah. So it's retail.
Okay.
Yeah. And then from here, I look at the numbers. I like it, right? So 34 sales a month. And I'm getting a 30% ROI on the sale, per sale. Then I scroll down. So now I decide, right? Am I willing to buy a product that's selling 34 times a month with this many sellers at 39% ROI minimum? So based on those numbers, would you guys buy it?
Yeah.
So 34 sales a month with this many people on the listing selling the same product, and you're getting a 39% ROI minimum. So Marlon says yes. Did you guys want to chime in? Charlene, Islam?
Sorry, it's a lot of noise in my background. I would say yes as well.
Okay. Yeah, so 34 sales a month. And it's giving you a 39% ROI minimum. I mean, I would say there's a lot of sellers, but it's okay because the way we do it is we usually price match the cheapest seller, right? Which is this guy. And at the lowest price, you're getting almost 40% ROI on your money, right? So I think this is a good product. Make sense, guys? All right. Next product. So again, we do the same thing, right? We look at the source. We make sure that we're buying the same products. So from here, we look at the title, the description, the color. So big, clean, same. So the photos look the same. The big, clean, long wear, volumizing. The title seems off though. The big, clean, long wear, volumizing. Slash clear mascara. Okay, the big, clean mascara. Okay. Kosas is the brand. So long wear, fluffy. Looks the same product. I mean, they look the same. So now I'm going to plug in the numbers. So this one is $26. So I plug it here, right? Under my cost price, $26. And then the selling price on Amazon is 37. I think I'm missing something here. Let's see. There's a sale. Okay. Okay, so I'm getting a 10% discount, right? From Rakuten here. Hold on, let me refresh this actually. Yeah, so what I'm doing here is I'm looking for discount codes. So I use Rakuten to look for discount codes. And it looks like I'm getting a 10% off on your first purchase right there. So I can activate the deal. Yeah. So now I go on my seller amp and then I plug in my discounts, right? So I go under discounts, I plug in 10%, and then I plug in another 4%. So right here. So now my new ROI is about 17%. And this product is selling at 72 times in a month. And again, I look at the competition, right? So this product is selling at 72 times in a month. It's giving me a 17% ROI. And there's this many people on the listing right here. About 11 other sellers. So the question is, would you guys do it? You think it's a good product to buy? So again, this product is selling at 73 times in a month. I mean, it's giving you a minimum of 13% ROI.
So you mentioned you look for 20% or more ROI.
Yeah. So I usually look for 20%. So I would say these are pretty below, right? The standard.
Yep.
Yeah. So based on what I saw, this one I'm gonna skip because it's below 20%. Like each person has their own criteria, right? But for me, I want to make it at least 20%. So this product to me is not good because obviously the minimum ROI is 13%, which is too low. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. Sounds good.
That's the cost, including every expenses, right? All the fees and etc.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's
Oh.
after all the Amazon fees. Yes. Yeah.
Do you know what's going to be the difference between FBM if you do it like with the FBM, or it's not worth it?
FBM?
Yeah. If you decide to.
I don't really do FBM because with FBM, people who do FBM ship the product straight to their buyer. I like FBA because I send the products to Amazon and then Amazon does all the shipping to the buyers. Yeah,
About the
FBM,
shipping,
I have to be the one shipping to my customers, which I don't like to do.
When you get the product, an example like this one, you ship it to your house, right? And you go to.
Yeah, I missed that part. I'm sorry. So once I like the product, so for example, this one, right? I run the numbers, and let's say I like it, right? So I do buy, I want to say like 5 to 10 pieces to like test it. I ship it to my third-party prep center. They pack and prep their products for me, and they ship it to Amazon. That's how I do it. And the reason is I don't want to be touching their products. I don't want to do any pack and prep. I like my business to be as automated as possible. Does that make sense?
Is it related to Amazon, the third party that manage the
prep center?
Yeah.
No, the prep center is a third-party company.
Oh, just independent company, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and their job is to pack and prep their products for me, and that way I don't gotta do it.
Do you pay per product or just percent of the product?
I pay about 150 per unit, per piece. Yeah, which I think is pretty cheap because if you think about it, right, you got to buy all the boxes, the tapes, you got to pack it, you got to take it to the post office, you know, if you do it yourself. But if you use a prep center, you pay, you pay 150 for them to pack and prep your products, and they ship it to Amazon, and you're done. Yeah.
At the beginning, do you think like it's not worth it to use the prep center, right? If you're like selling just small amount.
I mean, it's really just preference, because I started doing FBA a long time ago in 2020, and I used to pack and prep myself. So I'm not really against it. I mean, if you want to learn it, you can. But if you want to make this very like streamlined, you can just get a prep center right away. Because you're pretty much paying the same cost anyway if you pack and prep yourself, because you gotta calculate your time too, right? It takes a lot of time to pack and prep yourself, and then you gotta take it to the post office. You gotta pay for all the supplies. So, but yeah, I mean,
when you say packaging is different from FBM, right? You just when you send that to Amazon, an example, you ship it to your house, the product, and when you're trying to send to Amazon, do you like packaged like differently, or
So if you do it yourself and you're doing FBA, you put everything in one big box and you ship it to Amazon by FBA. If you're doing FBM, you're shipping individual products straight to your customers. And that's FBM.
yeah. There's like when you like doing FBA and you sending to Amazon, you can just put everything just in one box and just send it, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
You buy like a bunch of products, right? You ship it to your house. You put everything in one big box and you ship it to Amazon. That's FBA. FBM is when you ship each product to your customer direct. Make sense?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they all work. I'm
So
not
that-
against any of those, any
Yeah.
other way to do it. It's just preference, right? If you have time to do
Mhm.
FBM, if you have time to do FBA and pack your and prep yourself, you can do that. Like to me, like I'm running a big operation, so there's no way for me to do it myself. So now I'm doing FBA using a prep center.
Oh,
That makes sense? Yeah, but if you're
Yeah.
a beginner and you want to start with a prep center, you can do that too.
Mhm.
Yeah, they all work. It's just preference.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, all right, next product. So this product is a Disney Starbucks mug for $12.98, right? So they look the same, 24 ounce. Let's see. Yeah, go look at the same products. Yeah, they're the same products. So $12.98 is the cost. So you plug it here on your seller amp, right? $12.98. And the selling price on Amazon is about $27. So you plug it here, 27. And this one has discounts. So it's giving you, let's see. So 25% off, right? Right there. You get free shipping. So on your seller amp, you're gonna go to your discounts and click on 25%. And this one also has a discount code with Rakuten. So right there, it says 10% cash back from Disney Store. So you're gonna add this 10% discount here on your seller amp right there. And from here, you look at the numbers. So this product is now at 75% ROI with all the discounts. And this one is selling 130 times a month. It's really good. And then again, you look at the other sellers, right? And decide if you want to buy this product based on the numbers. So this product is selling 130 times a month. And there's 30 other sellers on the listing, and it's giving you a 75% ROI minimum. Would you guys buy it? Would you guys do it? Let's see in the chat. Or you guys can say yes or no too if you want.
I would say yes.
Uh-huh. So Shirley say yes.
Yeah.
Anyone else want to chime in? So 130 sales a month. There's 30 other sellers. And it's giving you a minimum of 75% ROI on your money. Would you guys do it? Someone want to chime in?
I think yes, but
Yeah.
the seller like a little more sellers, right?
Yeah, so 130 sales a month is pretty good. I would say there's a lot of sellers here though. There's 30 other
Yeah.
sellers on the listing, but then again, I told you guys, right? I usually price match the cheapest seller. So if I price match this guy right here, right? I'm getting the sale and I'm getting 75% ROI on my money, which to me is pretty good. So yeah, I think it's good. This one's a good buy because there's enough sales happening every month. I like their products. It's a Disney brand, it's Starbucks brand, so people are gonna keep buying these type of brands. There's also summer right now, so people are buying tumblers. People are going to Disneyland, right? So to me, this makes a lot of sense. And plus, the ROI is really high, right? With all the discount codes. I mean, this number is almost double your money. So to me, this is a good buy.
You mentioned that you're going to do your price as minimum, right? To number one. Is it going to be like equal or below or a little above?
Yeah, so this thing is called the buy box, right? So the buy box rotates between sellers, and they usually rotate between the cheapest price sellers. Does that make sense? So the reason why I price match the cheapest one is because I want to get in the buy box, because the person who has the buy box is getting most of the sales at the moment. So if you look here, right, this guy has a buy box right now. You see it? I mean, this guy's not the cheapest, but this guy is priced fairly close to the cheapest seller. So now the buy box is with this with this guy. So it's gonna rotate. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's kind of like on average, right? Like being in the middle between like 1 and 3.
Yes, I would say the buy box is rotating between seller 1 all the way to maybe like seller 7 right here. Because if you look at the price, right? 26.99, 26.99, 26.99, 27, 27.06 has a buy box right now, right there. So I want to say, yeah, I'll say these 7 sellers are getting the buy box at the moment. And the reason why I want to be cheapest is because I always want to get the buy box. Because again, if you have the buy box, you get the sale. So is it making sense though, guys? What I'm saying? All right, next product.
I have a question. Where do you go to find the products? I don't know if I missed that.
Like, where do you find the products?
Yes. Just anywhere?
Well, you can manually source the products yourself. You can get a virtual assistant to do that for you too.
Okay.
Yeah, you can get on different product lists. There's different ways to get products.
Okay.
Yeah, either look for it yourself, get on just like leads list you can purchase, or you can also hire a virtual assistant to look for products for you.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Because the key thing is finding a product that your ROI.
Yeah. So yeah, so
Okay.
ROI, sales per month, right? Like you look at
Right.
products that give you like good data points. And that way you make money on those products and the products move and sell. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, so that's a key skill set for sure. And next product. So this one is $29.99. Looks like the same product. So $29.99. Okay, numbers look good. Any discount codes? Let's see. This one is no discount codes. I usually look for the website if there's any like coupons. So free shipping over 50% of over $50. Okay. No, so this one has no codes. All right. Sale price is $62.99. So we plug it here, $62.99. Sales per month is about 2,700. ROI is about 45%, really good. So this one is a little different because the sales per month is shared with different variations, right? Or colors. So the 2,700 sales a month is shared between all these colors. So for this one, I'm going to have to take another step. It says right here, right? It says variation, V. So now I go under variation. Right there. I pick the exact variation, which is navy black right here. I click on check. And it's going to give me a percentage right here, right? So this means this exact variation is getting 19% of all the sales. You guys see it? This is a little advanced, but I'll show you guys. So this exact variation is getting 19% of all the sales. So now I go to this sales per month, right? And take 19% of this number. Hopefully I'm not losing you guys with this one. This one's kind of advanced. So 2,797 times 0.19 for 19%. So this is the exact variation is getting 531 sales a month. Did you guys catch that one?
No.
Yeah, this was kind of advanced, but just know that this exact color is getting 530 sales a month. Okay. It's a little advanced, so I'll just give you the exact number. It's giving you a 45% ROI per sale. And then again, you look at the competition. And now you're going to ask yourself again, right? Are you going to buy a product, this product, that's selling 531 times in a month? And you're sharing the sales with 23 other sellers. And it's giving you a minimum of 28% ROI. Would you guys buy it?
Yes.
Okay, so Marlon said yes. How about Charlene and Islam? Would you guys do it? So 530 sales a month. And there's two other sellers on the listing. Huh?
Complicated because of the all the different colors, because you have to buy many samples. Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
I think I would avoid that because I'm gonna for example I would stick to not so many options, because there are 10 of the colors and you have to order too much, and there's no guarantee that one color is gonna sell well and the different is gonna not sell.
No, well, this exact color is selling 530 times in a month.
Oh, so you can just pick one, right? And sell just one particular color. Oh,
yeah, you can pick one. Yeah, just stick to one color to make it easy.
Yeah, my answer is yes.
Yeah, because on your supplier is giving you one color anyway, right here, which is navy black, right there. So there's really no reason for you to buy other colors unless you want to. I mean, the advanced sellers, they do that, but for this example, we'll just keep it simple, right? So we're buying the navy black color from the supplier, and we're selling the navy black color on Amazon. This exact color is selling at 530 times in a month. And it's giving you a 28% ROI minimum. So yeah, I mean, it's up to you though, right, Islam? So if you guys, if you don't feel like you want to buy this, it's fine. But looking at the numbers though, it makes sense. So 530 sales a month with 23 other sellers, which is pretty decent. And you're getting a minimum of 20% ROI on your money. So to me, this is a good buy. It's actually a really good buy because the sales per month is really high. 530 sales a month is really high. And we're in the summer right now, so people are buying this for sure. Right? For camping, for hiking stuff. So during this season, this is a perfect buy. So any questions?
Yeah, I have one question about the returning. Like an example, you bought many products, and how do Amazon and the prep center manage the returning if they don't sell?
Well, So if the consumer returns their products, they usually ship it back to Amazon, and Amazon resells the same products.
No. An example, if it like do not sell, like it doesn't sell, it's just like
Hmm.
the shipping. If it's like just the product.
So if the product in your inventory does not sell, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, I don't really overbuy anything. I usually do a test buy of 5% pieces to see, like, to see if it's going to be good or not. And usually 5% pieces sell out. So the way I do it is I don't overbuy anything. I buy them in small increments. And that way I know they're always going to be selling. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Like it's like an example. If you had some such issues, you have to like get your product back. Do you like request Amazon to ship to your prep center?
What do you mean? If you want your products back to you?
Yeah. Like if you want to like just return to
Well, it doesn't usually happen with me because, like I said, I always do a small test buy in the beginning first. I don't overbuy anything. So I only buy 5 and 10 pieces at a time, and they usually sell. So there's no reason for me to, have Amazon ship products back to me. It's not really an issue. It's only an issue if you overbuy, like for example, this one, right? Let's say you buy like 100 pieces of this one for no reason. You need to buy 100 pieces. And something happens for like whatever reason, right? That can be a problem, but if you're buying this in small increments and you're being patient, 5 and 10 pieces are always going to sell out. Yeah, it only becomes a problem if you overbuy products.
what's your like minimum, like how many products do you usually like trying to sell after the testing?
Good question. It just depends. So it depends on the on the data. So I send a test buy. I look at the data again. If I like it, so for example, this one, right? This one is selling a lot, 500 times in a month, right? So I'll probably buy 5 and 10 pieces. If it sells good, I'll probably buy like 10, 15 on the second batch. And then once they sell out, I look at the data again. And if it's still good, then I probably buy more of it, 20. Does that make sense? So I buy it in like increments.
Do you pay Amazon like weekly for storage of your product, or is it like on the daily basis?
No, they only charge for storage if your product is sitting there for over 3 months. So the goal is to sell all your products within 3 months. Yeah, you don't pay any storage fees if you sell your products within 3 months.
If you get like product for like an example $10, how much do you pay for a fee to Amazon out of like $10?
Well, you can see it here. So on your seller app, you're gonna see your fee breakdown. Where is it? Oh, right here. You see it right here? So yeah, there's a lot of fees that they charge. So referral fee right there, and FBA fee is their fees. You see it?
This is like the fixed price, right? It doesn't change, or it's changed from one product to another.
No, it's just a percentage. They take a percentage. Yeah, and this one is my prep cost. And this is Amazon's fees, right here. But that's what I'm saying. Like this ROI is clean though. This is after all the fees. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I like to buy products that I make at least 20% ROI after all the fees. So this profit is pretty clean. So you're making $13.58 per sale after all the fees. Meaning I already paid Amazon and I already paid the prep center. And this is how much I make per sale. Got it?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
got it.
That's why FBA is good, because before you buy anything, right? I mean, you know your numbers already. So before you buy any product, you see how much it sells a month. You see how much you're getting ROI. You know all your fees. So, I mean, you're really not guessing anything. And to be safe, you're also doing a test buy, right? So you look at the numbers, look at the data, you like what you see. And then from there, you still play it safe, right? You do a test buy of 5 to 10 pieces, or even less. You do a test buy, send it to Amazon. If you like what you see as far as the results, you buy more of it. If not, you just let the product sit there and it's gonna sell out. So to me, it's a really good model because, you know, it's a very predictable business. There's almost no guessing because everything is data based.
What supplier you like to use?
Supplier?
Yeah.
I use different retailers. So
Oh, okay.
Kohl's, Walmart, Target, Home Depot, you know, Disney Store. I do like shopping from like smaller like online retailers though. Like for example, this one, right? ALS.com. Just because less people are buying from me, so there's less competition, and they usually have good good deals too. So for example, this one, right? It's giving us a 45% ROI on our money, which is really good. Yeah. So I buy from online retailers. Any other questions? Was that
Uh,
good? Uh-huh.
yeah, I have one more question about it actually.
Okay.
Yeah. When you like set up your account, when you link your LLC, so you still have like can sell like any product, right? Ungated product, or it has to be like under your like personal brand, or
What do you mean? Like LLC? Well, yeah, I use my LLC and I can sell anything.
oh, it
Yeah.
doesn't have to be like your you don't need like any like trademark, right, for your LLC now.
No.
Just oh.
Yeah, I can literally go to any of these online websites and I can buy anything from your websites. Yeah, there's no limitation. Yeah, all Amazon needs is your LLC, or you can even do a sole proprietor if you want. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, there's no licenses needed. There's none of that. That's for wholesale. There's a different model. Yeah, this model is more beginner friendly because there's less paperwork, there's less barrier to entry. It's very simple. You buy it from online stores. You can sell as a sole proprietor if you want. So it's very beginner friendly. And then once you learn this, if you want, you can venture out to the other models like wholesale, this private label. So those are more complicated, I guess, ways to sell on Amazon, but this exact method is very beginner friendly. So, and that's why a group is called Amazon for Beginners, right? Any other questions, you guys?
Not really.
How about you,
What's
Marlene? Charlene?
Yeah, I
what's
had
like
one for your mentor, for your group where you actually source the products, and where we were talking about earlier, and you were saying that people can pick from them and all of that. Like, what is the cost of it? Like, because it seems like it's just easier for them. Like, you come to the table. I don't know how that would work best for me because I'm niching down. on mine for the real estate, but
How does that work for you? I mean, so everyone
or just
starts
in
off with a
general.
list, but
Mhm.
eventually, well, ideally, you should have a virtual assistant. It's like your personal online employee, and that way they can find your products just for you. The list that I showed you earlier is really designed for beginners. That way they can just learn the game right away without any guessing.
Okay.
Yeah, but as you get better with a business, ideally you should have a virtual employee, and that way they can find products for you.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, product sourcing is really what you need to learn, right? Like you got to find the right product and you got to look at the data. So, I mean, product sourcing, I mean, you can do it yourself, like I said. You can be a part of a list. So, similar to the one that I showed you earlier, or you can have a virtual assistant to find products for you.
How much is it to be a part of the list, to get the list?
The list is like 150 a month.
Okay. Is that 1 month? Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. So the list on the market, they're usually between like $100 to like $200 a month, and virtual assistants are usually around like $400 to $600 a month.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you want to source on your own, you can too. The problem with sourcing on your own though is that it takes a lot of time, right?
Yeah.
Man, I want to say on average it takes 1 hour to find 1 to 2 products, and that's doable if you're a beginner. But as you scale, right? If you need 20 products a day, it's like the whole day. It's like a full-time job to do that. So that's why we use the list or virtual assistants.
So I guess my question is, so I'm gonna use real estate for example.
Mhm.
So if I go to Lowe's and I find cabinet handles or pulls for one price, and I go to Amazon and I find them at I guess a higher price,
Mhm.
then I go to that I don't have my notes in front of me right now, but that site you were on
Seller
where
yeah.
you enter the price
Mhm.
that I would purchase it for, and then the price that Amazon sells it for, right?
Yeah.
And then do all of that. I guess my next question, if I decided to go buy,
Mhm.
how do I determine this whole Ohio shipping thing center? How do we determine that for ourselves? Where are we shipping it to?
You mean the prep center?
Yeah.
Um. Well.
When you set up your Amazon store, is that a given that you're assigned to a prep center? Like, how does that work?
No, it's a third-party prep center. So, I mean, you can find your own, or I can provide it for you if you join my group. But let's see. So you can find prep centers from prepcenter.com, and there's many prep centers in the US. You can see it. So you guys can pick any prep center here if you want to use one.
So what are you looking for? What are the characteristics? What are you looking for in a good prep center?
Honestly, it's just trial and error with these companies. I've gone through like at least 5 prep centers already.
Are there any reviews on each of them or no?
I mean, there's reviews, but the best way to really know is to really just test them.
And the prep center basically, so if I decide to buy 10 packs, so say for instance, cabinet pulls come in like 30 per pack. So if I decide to buy 10 of those
Mhm.
from Lowe's, I will put in the Amazon Prep Center address for them to be shipped to the Amazon Prep Center.
Correct.
And then how does the Amazon Prep Center know it's my store? It's my there's a lot of like holes that I'm missing here. So how does the Amazon Prep Center know that it's me, my store from Amazon, sending it to them for them to get started with whoever buys it? So how was that linked up?
Well, using your name, so name, order numbers, everything's tracked.
Yeah, but if I'm
Now,
buying this from Lowe's and I'm sending it to the Amazon Prep Center, how do they know it's for my store? Does my store have a certain number that I'm adding to to the order, my Amazon
Yeah.
store? Like, how do they know?
Well, each order is going to have like a tracking number from UPS. Like that's one way to track it. I mean,
No,
your
that's not what I'm
first last name.
saying. How does
Mhm.
the Amazon Prep Center know that it's coming for my particular Amazon store
Hmm.
to sell
Oh,
on my particular Amazon store?
it's because most prep centers they usually use like Google Sheets or like a software to like track everything.
When I'm ordering from Lowe's, what am I putting on that order so that when it gets to the prep center, they know it's for me, for my
Hmm.
specific store? Does
Well,
each store have a specific number, like a specific user ID? Like, that's what I'm
hmm.
saying.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, each prep center is different. The one that I'm using, we have a software. So you input your order under software, and that's how they track it.
Okay, got it.
Yes, yeah. Some prep centers they use like a Google Sheet, and they assign like a number to you. You know, like for Charlene Fields, I don't know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So that's how they track it. There's different ways to track it. But the one that I use, we have a software though to track it. So every order that you do, you're gonna input under software.
All right, I think I just need to take this step by step, like get the store started,
Yeah,
then try to figure out a product, then try to figure out a prep center. Because then even if you figure out a prep center, you still have to, now it's listing the actual item on your store. So that's a whole nother thing to learn.
yeah, it's a
So,
problem. Yeah, yeah, it is. It is. It is. Yeah, it's a
okay,
process, but it's doable though. Yeah, it sounds really complicated because you're just starting out, but it's really just a three-step process, right? You buy it from your source, you ship it to the prep center, and they send it to Amazon.
right,
Yeah, it's a three-step process. But yes, you need to learn like details, right? Like like
right,
how do you input your name and address on the prep center software, right? Like those are details.
right.
Those are learnable, those are learnable though.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
So
ship from the source to the prep center ships from the prep center to Amazon.
yeah.
And then once it goes from the prep center to Amazon, when somebody places an order, Amazon will ship that order to the customer.
Correct. If you think
So the
about it,
preps,
that's pretty leverage, right? Because really your only job as an Amazon seller really is to find the right products and make sure that your products go to Amazon. Like once Amazon receives their products, they do all that like heavy, annoying task, right? Shipping, handling, customer service, returns. We do all of that for us. So
so when Amazon, once the product goes from the prep center to Amazon,
mhm.
the prep center, I guess, knows. My question is, how all of this linked together? So the prep center already has what my store is on Amazon, so they would know when they ship it to Amazon what to tell Amazon whose store to ship it to.
Yeah, so the prep center individually packs each product and add like an Amazon barcode on each product.
Okay.
And then once Amazon receives it, Amazon scans it, right? The barcodes, and it goes to your store.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is this process called? Because it's a bunch. You have the drop shipping, you have FBA. What is this particular process called? Amazon what?
Well, Amazon FBA.
FBA,
Well,
okay.
this exact model is called online arbitrage.
Okay.
But I came up with this three-step process though, because I don't want to pack and prep my own products. So I found myself a prep center in 2021. And yeah, I made this very streamlined for me because I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. So
Gotcha. So in your mentorship, like are you helping the people in the mentorship like set up the stores like one-on-one type thing? Or is it just like this, like you're having trainings and then we have to go in and figure out how to set up the stores? Like how does that work in the mentorship?
Well, there's like a step-by-step process. There's like
Okay.
videos on how to set up your account. There's videos on how to set up your prep center. There's videos on how to add products to your store. There's videos on yeah, there's videos for everything. Everything is step by step.
Okay.
Yeah, I host like a weekly training like this, and then I answer all your questions. I usually pick products too for new sellers. So I do help them pick their first products. Yeah.
So when I talked to you earlier, you mentioned that I can use a LLC that's probably already in progress, right? All of my LLCs have a NAICS code is associated with the SIC of consulting. Everything is general management consulting.
Mm-hmm.
But what are you using as your NAICS and SIC codes for your Amazon stores? Like when it comes to LLCs and things like that, does the NAICS code have to be specific to um what is this called? Online, what is this called?
Like retail. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, retail. Like, does it have to be specific to a retail NAICS code?
I mean, it doesn't really have to. I mean, unless you really want to create like another LLC, then you can.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said earlier, right? Like, why would you want to pay for another LLC though?
Right.
I say I would use your existing LLC first, make some money, and see if you really like this business. And then later, if you really want to pursue this, then create your own separate bank account, your own separate LLC. But in the beginning, I feel like the goal is to make money first, right? And see if it's
Right.
for you.
What so just for shits and giggles, so I know if I do decide to pursue this, if it gets to be, because I really have a vision for this. What we talked about earlier. What NAICS codes are you using for your LLC for your LLC that's specifically for your Amazon stores?
I gotta look it up. There's like different ones depending on
Oh,
your
okay.
play, but it's like retail. Retail.
Okay.
It can be a retail. It can be online selling. Yeah, but there's different ones depending on how you want to position it.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm thinking I could put this under my real estate LLC. Now that I
Yeah,
wasn't even thinking about that LLC at first,
it
but
makes sense because you're selling to your like market, right?
right, that's probably best. Okay.
Yeah. So in your case, that makes sense because it's best to do real estate because you're in that niche, right? Um,
Right.
and for someone who wants to do like general merchandise, it's gonna be different too.
Okay.
Yeah, but let me look it up right now for Amazon. I mean, there's electronic shopping, there's grocery stores, there's grocery retail. So it just really depends.
Okay. So for your newbies, what do you tell them to use as like beginners that's doing like various products and not niching down?
Mhm. I mean, it still depends. If they're trying to sell like clothes, right? I mean, it can be like clothing and accessories retailers.
Oh, because that's right, you did sell. They'll pick like general products at first just to get their feet wet, and then
Right.
they'll kind of niche down. So they'll whatever they decide
Yeah.
to niche down to, that's what they start their. I guess that's what they would start their LLC out with.
Yeah.
Per
So
niche. Okay.
here's like a general one, right? NAICS code 454111 is electronic shopping. This U.S.
Okay.
industry compromises establishments engaged in retailing all types of merchandise using the internet. So that's a pretty general one right there.
Right. That's almost like consulting, what we use for consulting to kind of do everything under, but okay. I get
Yeah.
it.
And then 454110 is, you know what I mean, for online retail business. It's crazy. Yeah.
What is it? Online retail business? What?
Well, it's for online retail business, which is
Oh,
very
okay.
similar to like, electronic
So
shopping.
vague.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
close. And then if you want to sell clothes, shoes, it can be 458110, which is clothing and accessories retailers. So yeah, but in your case, I think it makes sense to do real estate, right? Because you're trying to like
Yeah.
get it to your audience, which is
Yeah,
real.
but even though my LLC I do real estate under it, it's still under consulting, general management consulting. I don't have it as like, other property management or like, real estate activities. I don't use that niche code. I just use consulting.
Okay.
So it's still general and, you know, enough for me to do multiple things under it.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then later, if you want to niche down, then you can pick pick another LLC.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
this was very helpful.
yeah, for funding purposes too, right? Because later you can have your
Yes.
all your what's the word, your revenue from Amazon go into one bank account with this, with a certain code, right? And that's
Right.
what you can do the funding place. So like one for your real
Yeah.
estate, one for retail. So
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
that's later though, I would say, right? I mean, there's a lot right now, so I'd say just start first, make some money.
Mhm.
Later you can do the more on the specifics. But yeah, I mean, I think it sounds good. You can get funding for your real estate and get funding for your Amazon business too, separately.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Awesome, guys. Was that helpful?
Yes.
I feel like it was a lot. Was it a lot though to like absorb, like product research and looking at products and all these things, or was it good?
I feel like I feel like only for me because I'm a project manager by profession. So, you know, I am a dot every I cross every T type of person. So I
Mm.
think about all of the in between. So, you know, like I asked about, well, hey, what type of documentation do you put on when you order from the source and it goes to, you know, the center, and then from the center to Amazon. And then, you know, so I'm thinking about all the nuances. I know you're kind of, you know, giving a broad overview, but it's still those in betweens, you know, that we would need to know to effectively set up the store. So it's helpful from a high level overview, but you know,
Good.
there's those in between nuances that we would still need to do as well. Like the app that you mentioned to check the ROI and things like that. Is that a paid app? Is it a free app? You know, are there other apps to do that? So there's like a lot of questions.
Yeah.
But like I
Oh,
said,
I
I'm
get
not
it. I
going to
get
burden
it.
with all of the questions. I'm going to go and watch the videos in the group.
Yeah.
And, you know, the next time you have a live, I'll come back with, you know, with other questions.
Love it. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, just ask me questions. I know there's like more details into it, right? So yeah, just ask me anything.
Yeah.
Got you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can give you more specifics about, how much are the softwares, which ones do we use, like more detailed stuff. Just send me a message about it.
Okay.
Yeah. I get where you're coming from because you're like a project manager, right?
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
like trying
So
to glue
my
like the whole
questions are on
project.
another level.
You're trying to glue like the whole operation together. So just yeah,
Yes.
think makes sense. Awesome. Alrighty, guys. We'll see you guys next week, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.